business. John and Kathleen Wallace, 3 Walker Lane, application for residential additions. Is there anyone, are you here on the Walker application?
Yes.
Or oh, okay, do you want to just come on up and sign in, please?
Oh, boy. Sit down, Joe?
Yeah, please, yeah, sorry, yeah.
No cameras, are there?
There are,
There are. America's most.
they're all
wanted.
over the place, so.
You want the address of the applicant? Or
No,
my-
your
my
address, yeah. Mhm. Are you their engineer or contractor?
Contractor.
Okay,
Want the business address or my home address?
business is fine,
Okay.
thanks. Yeah, if you want to just briefly tell us what they're looking to do here.
So they have an existing, my name is Andrew Pilato. I'm with Robeson Construction, Inc. out of Wallingford, Connecticut. So they are building, they want to extend their deck, not extend it parallel with the house, not outward, so they can access it from the basement and other portions, so they have direct access from the driveway down the side of their house, which is on a very steep incline, and only the north side of the house has stairs down to the back area, which is on a very steep slope. So they want to be able to utilize those existing stairs so that people can come, go down those stairs and access the deck. So we just want to continue the deck to wrap around. And then I think we're only cantilevering the deck in a small area out a foot or 2 foot. We're not increasing or moving footings just because it's such a long, I think it's approximately 65 feet. They just want to try to break it up so it's not such a long corridor. And then I don't think that the front porch addition is affected by the wetlands.
Is this on, from what I read, it's on piers on, okay,
Yes, on sonar tubes, yes.
yeah.
So this whole area in the neighborhood is a vast wetland area and probably an important wetland area. But this project couldn't be have a least effect on any wetlands. It requires a permit from the agency because of its proximity to wetlands, and so he's properly before you here. I don't know on this side of the house you do almost anything and you require some sort of wetlands permit, and we are of the opinion that this is susceptible to delegation. So I think that, as usual, the risk during construction activities is only during the construction activities, the digging of the piers, and I think that we could easily safeguard things by the usual precautions.
Okay. Anybody have any questions or comments?
I guess the only thing I'm confused as to what's existing and what's being added on.
Here, this shows a little bit better on this.
Yeah, it's difficult to see with these maps because some of these are kind of old. I know it's the same thing. Even the house is proposed.
Yeah, the map that's in the file is a little bit clearer as to what's being proposed.
Okay.
So is the new part going on new piers, or is it?
Yes, new piers, and because of the steepness of the ground, I don't believe we're going to be able to get a machine back there. So I believe they're either going to have to be done with a handheld auger or by hand. So there's no equipment that's going to be able to go back there on that grade. It's just about walkable.
So does this require a building
Oh, yeah,
permit of some sort or
your copy is
in
clear.
addition?
Right.
Okay. So you're on top of it,
Just
obviously.
can't tell, this is.
That's
Two levels there?
existing deck, yeah, that's an existing deck.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions, comments? What about thoughts on delegating it to Terry?
It's okay by me.
Yeah, I make a motion to delegate oversight to, Terry on this one.
Okay, so Dave made the motion, we have a second.
I'll second it.
Jack seconded it, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? Okay. All right, so Terry,
Just to explain that
Yeah.
delegation to him.
rather than have to wait till next month for us to act on it, because everyone's pretty much concluded it'd be minimal impact, there's a process where we can just delegate the authority to issue the permit to Terry, so that he can then issue the permit to you within the next month, rather than have to wait till after next month.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
process. So if you want to talk to him and Chris, within the next few days, you could work out the process of getting the permit issued.
Oh, okay, great.
And you have to talk to him anyway about the building permit, so it saves you some time, you're talking to the same
Yes.
person, so, okay.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
All right, well.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Good evening.
You too.
Okay, next time on the agenda, nothing, basically. Well, under old business, there was just a, in your packet, I think, I don't know if, maybe you didn't get it. It was just a reauthorization for the general diversion permit by the water company, so that's nothing we have to act on. Enforcement officer report, Terry, anything going on we need to worry about?
There's not much going on. I have, we've had some rain since we've met, and we have a couple of construction sites open, but I've checked them and they're performing well. These days, after a big rain like we've had, you have to do some repairs of silt fencing, and it's important that both of the jobs that are open have, silt fence on hand, people available to do that work, and they've had to do some. But we're enjoying some good cooperation. They know that I'm looking. The system is working.
Okay, good. Anyone else have any issues that they've observed? No? Okay. All right, we have no site visits. Oh, the minutes for the February 15th meeting were in your packet. I don't know if anybody's had a chance to look at them. I wasn't here, so they don't mean a whole lot to me, so. Any corrections, comments?
I didn't see.
Okay.
Looked okay, unless I missed something.
Yeah, they look good to me.
Okay,
I'd make a motion to approve as written.
okay, do we have a second?
I will second.
Okay, Barry seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so I'll abstain, and since, I'm sorry, we should have, we'll see Gene for David. So, but you weren't here either,
I
so.
wasn't here either.
Okay, never mind, we'll see Jack for David, because, just to vote on the minutes.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, fine, okay. Well, Gene wasn't here and I wasn't here, so no sense in having two people abstain, so, sorry about that.
That's why we have open, as you explained to me.
Yeah, exactly, so people could be out. Anything else anybody needs to talk about? Otherwise, it's gonna be another short meeting. No?
We're spoiling you guys.
Well, that's okay. In this business, no business is good business, so, anyway.
I wouldn't mind asking Terry what the update is on the JCC restoration.
Not one thing has been put back yet into the JCC. We believe that it's more than a $6 million loss.
Oh, my God.
The entire lower level, except for the pool, is a clear open space. All of the wood floor in the gymnasium, large area is gone.
Wow.
Lockers, walls.
Wow.
The water and smoke damage extensive. The significant cleaning efforts have been Surf Pro been there, has had crews there for months. The last thing they were doing, they were ice blasting the smoke out from the seat of the fire. They take actually dry ice and shoot it out of cannons, and it has a way of getting those last dug in particles of smell.
Wow.
The JCC is having a conversation with itself about whether or not they want to come back. And how, and when they do, I mean, by the way, I expect them to, but when they do, how will they come back? Because it gives them the time to decide on how they're delivering services to their community and to our community. And that conversation, they have 3 committees formed, and that conversation is going on right now, as well as a rather, as you can imagine, extensive conversation with many insurance companies that are involved. They had very good insurance, as it turns out. You only really know that after you've had a big problem, by the way, if your insurance is any good. But there's a contractor involved, and there's a manufacturer involved, and everyone's ears are all perked up and they're all at the table. They're presently active in the community. They have 3 or 4 different spots depending on the program. The exercise program is on at the old Bear Building on Research Drive. On the first floor, apparently they really like it there, the people that are there. The swim program has gone to Orange. The school has gone to Rimmon Road. But there's, it's a community, and they're struggling now just a bit. They're concerned. So everything's fine because they had had business interruption insurance, by the way. Can you imagine what that must cost? I mean, I don't know where you get a gym floor that big, how that quickly. It's not something that you go to Home Depot for, all that maple. But this week saw the first substantial work. They're testing the electrical wiring inside the conduits that got wet. I've announced to them that they either test it or replace it, because I'm not going back to another fire there. And that caused another series of meetings with insurance people, by the way. But it's a big deal. They remain paying for a lot of solar electricity that keeps on turning on every time the sun comes up. They don't have any use for it. They have a cogeneration electrical plant where they burn under contract natural gas to make electricity. Not using any of that either. So it's an expensive building. So probably more information than you wanted to know.
No.
It's very interesting.
Very good, yeah.
You don't read about it in the paper.
No, I think it's an unsettled time for the JCC, and I think they're approaching it in a very thoughtful manner. They have a 50-year decision to make. They talked about, let's go to Milford. Let's go up in Guilford. Then one committee said, well, where is everybody?
Right.
And where does everybody live? And, 20 years ago, there would have been, the dots in the map would have been closer together. Today, they're not so much. But we think there's enough, for them to maintain a rather remarkable piece of property that they have. If you have trouble sleeping at night, you worry about if they don't come back, what happens to that, huge building with all those resources, and you hope something good would happen of it. But, it's in a Residence A district from a zoning perspective, subject to, which is a single-family house district, which is there by special exception. But, think of all the unpleasant uses that could become. So we're hopeful. I know a group of people that are thinking about bringing in a school. They already have a zoning permit for a Hebrew school, high school that they never decided to do after they got the permit. But this school would be a different kind of school, but it would be a sympathetic use.
Mhm.
So there might be some zoning action. You might hear of some zoning actions and a special permit coming up. But there's a lot of conversation going on, and a lot of people working very diligently. So it's fun to be with them in their 50-year decision-making time.
Good question.
I saw something about the committees, and it kind of just tickled my mind about what was
Yeah.
happening.
Well, we have Terry's ear and attention. Anything else anybody wants to know? All
Well,
right.
we can talk about the gas station. It's not open yet.
Yeah, but it's looking
It's
better.
making progress.
But it's the state DOT has been, it's been difficult for them with the state DOT.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a tough site from that standpoint.
I have seen maps, DOT planning maps of that intersection. And I've seen 4 of them, and 3 of them don't show that gas station there. Now, one doesn't know if those are 30-year maps, 30-year plans, 50-year plans. I mean, DOT, moves mountains, but it does them real slowly. I think the last piece of work that I noticed that they paved an apron the other day, and I see them. I think they have some signal work that they are owed.
Mhm.
But the canopy's up,
Mm.
so it's probably largely complete. He's been paying rent for about a year now.
Oh, really? Mhm. I mean, it looks much better than what was there, that's for sure. So.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
All right, anything else, or do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Jack moved,
I'll second that.
Barry seconded, all in favor? Aye, opposed, abstentions, we're all done at, what's that, 7:47, I guess.
Good.